Hello and welcome back to the opening kickoff.
Fuck the intro. You had my Buccaneers losing. Fuck the Lions. Fuck Dan Campbell. Not actually. Respect. What? Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield.
Nice.
Not my OG Star Wars. Baker Mayfield rushing touchdown. How sick was that juke?
That juke was sick. He also had one of the worst interceptions seen.
That was bad.
Anyways, welcome back to the opening kickoff, your new favorite show to watch every single week before the NFL week gets started. Make sure you're subscribed so you never miss an episode every Thursday at noon. Make sure to also make sure to comment any hot takes you have. We'd love to react to them, every week on the episode. So make sure to leave that in the comments. And yeah.
So yeah, Maddox had the Buccaneers losing, and everything that I said in the prediction,
everything I said in the prediction was wrong.
And everything I said, I was like, I think we can. I said we got to shut Amon Brown. We kind of did. Not really.
Not as
he
much
got
as
way
the
more
Rams
shut down
did.
the Rams last week. But they were feeding him the ball like crazy. So
let's go
yays
over
and
it.
nays of the week to start off the episode. I'll let you go first this week.
My yay is definitely going to be Sam Darnold coming out, beating the 49ers. The 49ers did not look very good that game. Brock Purdy was seeing ghosts out there. But regardless, Sam Darnold looked great against one of the better defenses in the league, so that gives me a little bit more hope going into this season. My nay is probably going to have to be just all these injuries, dude. I had Puka Nacua on a fantasy team, traded for Cooper Kupp, and then Cooper Kupp gets injured as well. And then, okay, I'm going to get into this trade real quick. I'm going to get into the trade because, I knew that long-term it was a bad trade. Like, I wholeheartedly accepted that. I traded Marvin Harrison Jr. and Devon Achane for Cooper Kupp, right? Down the line, that's a retarded trade. But I was like, these 4 or 5 weeks, Cooper Kupp is going to be feasting with Puka out, and I'm going to get 4 or 5 free wins. Marvin Harrison goes for 30. Devon Achane goes for 30. Cooper Kupp gets 8. Cooper Kupp got me 8 points and got injured. But regardless, injuries, that's definitely my nay. Dude, everybody's dying. Debo's out. Tua got put on IR. Cooper Kupp's on IR. Or I think they're considering putting Cooper Kupp on IR. Something like that. But, dude, everybody's... Jordan Love's already out. Like... Justin Jefferson got injured. I think he's supposed to be back next week, but Nick Bosa and Justin Jefferson went down on the same play. Like, I don't know. It's just, I'm sick of the injuries. Yeah, I wonder.
The Buccaneers beat people's favorite to go to the Super Bowl. The Lions and you.
Yeah, I know. I still think the Lions will probably win the North. It's just so funny. I literally thought the run game was going to win the Lions the game, and then it lost in the game. We should go kind of like over every single game that we picked.
Yeah, we will.
This was a very, very
bad week.
Interesting week of
football. We did bad, too. So, I went 8-8 on my picks. Maddox went 7-9. So, I'm 2 games ahead now. I'm 19-13 total. Maddox is 17-15 total. The games I got wrong, we both got, were the 49ers-Vikings. I said it's going to be a close game. I wanted to pick the Vikings, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I probably should have. You probably watched more of that game if you want to talk about that game.
Yeah, I watched the whole game. Also, shout out Jordan Mason. Took him in fantasy, had him in a parlay. Yeah, I start people in fantasy when they play against my favorite team, and I take their over on parlays because I'm not biased, and I know what's going to happen, and I see the future, although I went 7-9.
I do not do that shit.
Yeah, no, but I don't know. I didn't think we were going to win the game, but we played pretty damn good. The second half, we got a little slow, and it started getting sketchy for a second, but a 97-yard touchdown from Sam Darnold to Justin Jefferson. Sam Darnold put the ball where only Justin Jefferson could get to it. Dude, Sam Darnold, he had 1 pick, but it was by Fred Warner, and it was honestly like, obviously it was a bad throw because it was picked off, but it was like if that's any other linebacker other than Fred Warner.
Was that like the Madden, he jumps 20 feet?
Yes, like it was something like if any other linebackers there, it's not a pick, but he was making some tight throws.
Let me unplug that.
He was making some tight throws into some windows, and Sam Darnold very much impressed me. So, you know what? I actually have some hopes going into the season. I don't think we're going to win the division, but who knows? Maybe we could sneak a wild card spot.
I was right about Sam Darnold.
You were right about Sam Darnold.
I don't think I said on the podcast. I probably said it episode 1, but between our personal conversations, I was like, don't count out.
Yeah, I think you might have said episode 1, but literally, like, we're only 2 weeks in, but the MVP leaders are Derek Carr, Baker Mayfield, and Sam Darnold.
Baker Mayfield's first place right now.
No, it's definitely Derek Carr. Derek Carr has no turnovers and like 6 touchdowns.
No turnovers. Baker has, with the rushing yards and rushing touchdowns, I see people, and Baker has a higher completion. I think, from what I've seen.
I mean, it's hard to tell because it's
Baker's
only week
number
2.
1 on fantasy.
Yeah, but dude, the Saints.
Yeah, Cowboys-Saints is the game we both got wrong,
The
too.
Saints look like one of the best teams in the league right now.
They're not. They're gonna fluke out.
So you're the one that's been glazing the Cowboys defense, and then they went and dropped 41 on them.
Crazy. I don't even know what to think about it, honestly. Like, you know
It's
what I'm saying?
insane. It's their new OC. Their new OC's crazy. He's from San Francisco. I don't know if he was there last year. I'm not sure what year he was there, but they got a new OC and
There's just no way. You know what I'm saying?
There's just no way of a lot of things. The Giants made the playoffs 2 years ago. Got a playoff win 2 years ago.
Buccaneers Saints coming up is going to be a fun matchup.
The Bucs have the Eagles this week. That's going to be, or I'm sorry, the
Broncos.
Saints have the Eagles this week. I think
that's gonna be the toe too. If the Eagles will win if Jalen Hurts doesn't have a game-winning.
You can take a guess who I'm going to pick in that game. Saints Eagles.
You have Saints?
Yeah.
I have Eagles. But
we'll get into that later.
So, and then we both got Colts Packers wrong.
Dude, Anthony Richardson played like shit. Like genuine dog shit. Like poop in my hands.
He's like, y'all think Bryce Young's a bust?
Yeah.
Let me show you this.
No, I don't. I think it was a bad game, but it's funny because when we were talking about that game, we both said we could see Anthony Richardson getting a little cocky and throwing some interceptions, and that is exactly what he did. He threw 3. One of them was in garbage time on a Hail Mary.
I forgot my name, speaking of that game.
Oh, you did forget your name.
I never forgot my name. Did you see the center fucking puked on the ball and then snapped it? That's my name.
Why is that your name? That's awesome.
No, I would lose my mind on my center. I'd be so mad.
Yeah, and then Malik Willis was running with it in his hands.
Dude, that's fucking disgusting.
I think that's pretty fucking awesome.
No, that's disgusting. And then we both got Jaguars Browns wrong.
Okay, dude. By the way, so my gut, like making my picks, told me to pick the Browns because last year the Browns played the Jags, they destroyed them, and you know how I feel about the Browns defense.
And you hate the Jags, so it's
exactly. But I was like, dude, Deshaun Watson played so bad last week. I'm not gonna go with my gut. I'm just gonna pick the Jags. And now my lesson I've learned is I'm taking my gut every single time. There's one game that I went against my gut this week that we can get into.
I always just do my gut.
Yeah. No,
yourself. That game was crazy. Deshaun Watson. So Jacob texted me. He said, Deshaun Watson and Jerry Jeudy is going to be a nasty combination this year. I was like, one of those guys is good. The other one has 28 sexual assault.
Neither of them are really. I don't like Jerry Jeudy very much. I don't think he's very good.
Jerry Jeudy's a stud. I just think he hasn't been put in the right situation yet. But he texted me that at 12:17. So like first drive, he texted me.
Yeah, that's funny. One that you haven't mentioned yet. Raiders Ravens.
That's the next one I've written down.
So I predicted that the Ravens won that game by almost 30 points, and they lost.
That might have been the worst.
The worst take of the week.
That might be the worst take of the year. This might be worse.
Okay, but that's not that bad of a take.
That might be worse than the Panthers getting second in the division.
No, you said Bryce Young was going to be better than C.J. Stroud. You said that.
And he got benched.
Those words came out of your mouth. That is the worst take of all time.
How sick? But if I predicted it though.
But you didn't. If I so if
it's
I
not
sit here,
over yet. Andy Dalton is gonna win one game and get the team going, and then fake an injury.
So if I sit here and I go, dude, I think Malik Willis is gonna ball out and become the starter, and he's gonna be better than Patrick Mahomes. That's your retarded. But if it's true, that's your logic.
What I had to say was more realistic than that.
Not at this point, not really.
But no, the Raiders looked. Dude, Gardner Minshew looked great this game.
Yeah, I want to talk about the Dolphins game. Prayers up for Tua.
I got that right.
Prayers up for Tua. However, you fucking suck. Like, Tua is ass. So
one of his interceptions that first drive was so pathetic. Like, dude turned around, hit him in the chest, interception. That sucks.
All I'm going to say is if I played that bad, I'd probably fake an injury too.
And how about DeMar Hamlin with the 1.0 KD?
Yeah. DeMar Hamlin officially has a 1.0 KD. However, the Dolphins suck against the Bills. My thought process was
call an ambulance, but not for me.
My thought process was the Bills' defense got significantly worse going into this year. I was like, you know what, Tua's probably gonna ball the fuck out. No, Tua's ass, and
I can't believe you picked the Dolphins. I thought that was an easy
well,
win for
so
the Bills.
I had the Bills winning the game later down the line. The Dolphins just normally start off good in the regular season, so I thought they were gonna start off with a win here. Any other games?
And then I'll keep going. So then I got Rams Cardinals wrong, and you got that right.
Kyler Murray.
I said it was going to be a close game.
It was not a close game.
Well,
no,
I
know.
I said close game because
I had a close game too.
Do you remember when you said you picked Cardinals? I was in the bathroom.
Yeah, no, you
said. And I said I wanted to pick the Cardinals.
Yeah,
exactly.
Can we talk about Kyler Murray's perfect passer rating, dropping 41, 42, something like that? Perfect passer rating.
He played great.
Kyler balled out.
146 passer rating is perfect.
He had a perfect passer rating. He had a 158.
Marvin Harrison, thank you for trading me him.
Yeah, I know he didn't have anything past the first quarter. He got everything in the first quarter, and then didn't touch the ball the rest of the game.
I benched him in all my leagues, so
you didn't even start him.
I started him, but I lost everything. I suck.
Dude,
at fantasy.
Zach destroyed you.
I suck at fantasy. And then I got Chiefs Bengals wrong. You got that right.
Yeah, the call at the end was.
I said it was going to be a game-winning field goal. It was a game-winning field goal, but for the wrong team.
Call at the end little weird, but it was the correct call.
I agree. I
But
think people are
people
bitching
just-
about that. Come on.
People are just used to the Chiefs kind of getting like,
They have had some in the past.
yeah.
I don't think they have many.
And here's the thing, it does just suck watching the Chiefs beat the Bengals again with the field goal they got from a call, but it's also if you don't commit pass interference and you won't get the call.
If it's the Bengals, nobody says anything, I don't think. And everybody talks about Joe Burrow
100%.
taking down Mahomes.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I mean, when you're the best in the league, you're going to get talked. Then we both got Falcons, Eagles wrong.
Yeah, I didn't watch much of the game. I only watched the last like 5 minutes, which is really the only important part.
Jalen Hurts?
Sucks.
I don't think he sucks.
Not sucks. but-
Game-winning drive? I told Andy, I was like, oh, no, like a quarterback should be able to win this right here. I had faith in Jalen.
You know what's funny about you saying that? Me and Zach were watching the game on the way back from Hermleigh. I watched Kirk Cousins get the touchdown. Eagles get the ball back, and I tell Zach, I'm like, I literally feel like Jalen Hurts is going to throw a pick on this drive. Because Jalen Hurts, he has a turnover problem now. He had a bad turnover problem
No,
last year.
but
He
like-
already has a turnover problem this year.
And I thought about it, I was like, has he had a game-winning drive in his career?
I mean, I'm sure he has one.
Probably, but like every time I've seen him
he-
game-winning drives, like
Hey, Kirk Cousins, it wasn't even noon, and he got the game-winning drive. So
that was his
Shout out
first
Kirk.
win Monday night
shout out Kirk.
and first win against the Falcons.
And also
He looked like shit that
Saquon
game.
Barkley.
He looked like shit that game. To that
Saquon
last
Barkley
drive.
had the win in his hands right here.
I thought that
They
was.
dropped it.
I think that's what lost the Eagles the game. You run the ball right there.
No. Fuck that. No, it was Saquon Barkley's fault. You can't blame the play call.
No, you run the ball right there.
Okay, no.
'Cause guess what?
Did you
If
see what Nick
Saquon-
Sirianni said?
What?
The play was Saquon's the first read. If he's not open, take the sack. So the clock runs down regardless. It was a perfect play call. They knew the
I still
Falcons.
think-
No, they knew the Falcons were going to be committing to the run, so they bit on the play action. It worked. Saquon Barkley was wide open. You can't blame the play call when it worked, and it's Saquon Barkley's fault. You can't
You
blame
gotta
the play
think
call.
like if the play doesn't work,
But it did.
it's 4th and 5, clock still running. They have 40 less seconds on the clock. But also 4th and 3, do you go for it right there?
Oh, I thought they should have gone for it. Because
I
my
think
thing
you go
is,
for it.
field goal doesn't even get you a touchdown lead.
Doesn't
and
matter.
like
It's either you go to overtime
they
or
have
you,
they have a longer
you go to
field.
overtime or you lose no matter what.
They have a longer field too.
Exactly, and you go to overtime.
No, not
or you
overtime. They
lose.
were up 1. Or no, they were up 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Or 2 or something like
They
that.
were up 3.
Yeah.
So it's like it's either you go to overtime and they make a field goal, or you lose.
But yeah, you give them a
And
longer
that's the
field too.
exact
But
same
I think
situation
people
either way.
blaming the play call is complete bullshit. When like if the play worked, nobody would have been saying shit, and it did work. Saquon Barkley dropped the ball.
I don't care when they passed it. For me, I think you ran it right there. Obviously, Saquon's fault for dropping it.
Yeah.
But as a coach, you don't risk like that kind of play. You just run it, and then that's 40.
No,
less
but he
seconds on the
wasn't
clock.
risking it. The play was you either throw it or take the sack, and the clock runs down. Made the throw because it was the right call,
Exactly.
and Saquon Barkley dropped it.
Maybe.
So
And
if he's
then,
not open, Jalen Hurts takes a sack, and then the clock runs out.
We talked every game. Buccaneers, Lions. You have anything to say about that before we roll into our?
We
picks
did
this
miss
week?
one. However,
I don't think we
yeah,
missed.
I'm an
any.
idiot. No, we did. I saw it. Oh, Seahawks Patriots. I had the Patriots.
We talked about that a second, did we not?
I think we talked about
we
that.
talked about that before.
recording.
You're
So I do not regret my Patriots take. I trusted my gut, and the only reason the Patriots lost is because they had a field goal get blocked in the fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter, and then they had to go to overtime. I don't regret my pick. And yeah, I was this close to picking the Patriots this week too, but I'm not going to.
Perfect.
You ready to get into this week's picks?
Yes, I'll let you announce the picks this week, and I'll go with what you're saying.
All right, perfect. First up, we got Patriots at Jets, Thursday night football. I think we both have the Jets, even though he's wearing the Patriots jersey.
It'd be better for thumbnail purposes. We're not wearing the same because I only have an Aaron Rodgers.
No, I think
jersey.
we should be wearing different jerseys, but you still do have the Jets, right?
I still have the Jets.
But, however, I think this is a sloppy, ugly, close game.
I don't think so.
You want to know my final score is? It's a very weird score. 19-10. I have the Jets getting a touchdown, and what would that be? No, four field goals. And then the Jets, Jets win in a sloppy game.
No, I don't know. The Patriots have a great second.
Dude, Aaron Rodgers didn't even play that good against the Titans.
He
And the
didn't.
Patriots have a good defense.
Is he on Percocet right now?
No, he needs to take that ayahuasca before he plays this game.
I don't think ayahuasca does shit during. I feel like that. Maybe that's why he's not.
Or
playing
no,
super high.
maybe he would everything would be in slow motion for him.
But that's what Percocet does.
Well, then pop a perk, Aaron Rodgers, because you
No
suck.
joke. I've never done Percocet. But like,
I would hope not.
no, a lot of people have done perks. Perks is actually like a common street drug.
Yeah, but you're not from the streets. All right,
I'm
next
wearing
up.
my Gronk jersey. What do you mean I'm not?
Whatever. Next up, I have Giants Browns. I think the Browns squeak this one out.
Yeah,
only
start
because
looking
it's
up
the
on
Giants.
Google and going in order because that's what I do, and then we're always in order. I think.
Well,
that's
I know I go to the actual NFL website and do it from that order, but that's still the same shit.
Oh, the actual NFL website.
Yeah.
Is that why you thought the Lions were gonna win? Because
What does that have to do with anything?
Watching the NFL website, Vegas spread.
It doesn't even.
Oh.
It doesn't even say it.
It's 6.5 Lions. They have to take it.
It doesn't even say the spread.
They have to take it. Baker Mayfield is worse than Jared Goff. Baker Mayfield is better than Jared Goff.
Jared Goff's better than Baker Mayfield. Oh yeah, because a quarterback beating. Do you think it's a one-on-one? Are you fucking brain dead? How many picks did Jared Goff throw? The same amount?
Do you think the Lions have a better team?
Yes, 100%.
So who lost the game? Who lost the game for the Lions?
Dan Campbell.
Jared Goff threw 2 interceptions.
Switch Jared Goff and Baker Mayfield.
The Lions win.
No, the Lions don't even make it to the NFC Championship last year.
They probably won the Super Bowl last year.
You're so delusional.
Wait. Jared Goff lost that game, so your argument is not
He
valid.
threw 300 passing yards.
Okay, because we're saying max out blitzes every time, and Jermel Dean sucks. That's honestly the option. You know, our comments are saying our secondaries, not one person on earth besides me and you think Jermel Dean sucks. How many times have you seen that motherfucker get burnt?
He's good at tackling.
No,
he's a great open field tackler.
Did you ever see? He probably is the best open field tackling corner besides Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah,
that's
literally it.
A slot corner.
I'm going to be honest, it's very close between Baker and Jared Goff. I prefer Jared Goff. Baker Mayfield has 1 playoff win. Jared Goff has like probably 6 or 7. Baker he does have 2. I forgot I got one for the Browns. But Jared Goff has made it to a Super Bowl and an NFC Championship.
Yep, Baker proved why he's better.
Okay, but then last year that would mean going into this season you could say Jared Goff's better because he beat the Bucs.
Who the fuck did you say you had? The Browns?
Yeah, the Browns over the Giants?
I got the Giants!
You know,
Malik Neighbors legacy.
You do realize you're going to be in a maid dress because you're biased, right?
Huh?
You do realize you're going to be
Who
in a
the fuck is winning right now with my biasy? I picked Bucks 2 weeks.
Yeah, you're up 2 games.
Guess what? If I pick,
I'm not talking about the Bucks. I'm talking about the Browns.
We go even this week if I'm not biased.
What?
If I go with what people
If you let your bias get out of the way last week and pick the Browns over the Jags, you'd be up more games.
I still would have picked the Jags. Not hating the Browns.
I should have picked the Browns.
Because I'm high on the Jags.
You're being biased picking the Giants over the Browns. The Giants just scored 3 touchdowns, allowed 0, and lost. And you're picking them to beat the Browns.
Deshaun Watson sucks.
Daniel Jones sucks more.
Daniel Jones is like my last quarterback.
Exactly.
Nope. Malik Neighbors, legacy game, Giants.
Malik Neighbors maybe gets 5 receptions.
I honestly don't even remember doing this pick.
And you picked the Giants.
That's my gut. I'm going with it.
Whatever. Next up, Bears at Colts. Upset alert! I have the Bears. Did you pick up too? I think Caleb Williams has his first decent game.
That's exactly what I thought.
And
I swear, I was like, this is the game.
not only that, I don't think he goes off. But I think the Bears defense has looked great against the Texans, and the Titans suck, but it looked pretty decent against the Texans. The Colts obviously have some problems on their offense. I think Anthony Richardson. Here's the crazy part of the take. I think Caleb outperforms Anthony Richardson in this game. I only have them winning by a field goal, and I think it's a defensive win more than it is an offensive win.
But agreed. I think Caleb is like gives a middle finger a little bit to everybody who's calling him a bust.
Yeah.
How many videos or tweets have I seen of maybe we should have traded the first pick and kept Justin Fields?
Shit.
They
definitely shouldn't have done that. The thing is, when you're a rookie,
we both think
I know,
they should have done that, but I'm saying the fan base is saying that.
Yeah,
now.
when you're a rookie though, you're gonna suck. Like that's just life.
Especially when you're Caleb Williams.
I was telling Zach, CJ Stroud ruined people's mindsets of rookie quarterbacks. Like every now and then there's one, like Andrew Luck was a great rookie, Justin Herbert was a great rookie, but rookies
you know who else was a great rookie? Baker Mayfield.
But rookies aren't, you know what I mean? Rookies aren't supposed to play good, you know? Like that's just how it goes. But we both have the Bears. Do you think it's more of a defensive win, or do you think Caleb balls out?
Jameson, fix your diabetes. All right,
I
went in and throws one.
I think he throws one, but I think he gets 1 touchdown. I think he throws for like 150 yards. I think it's more of the defense.
I think it's like 200 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I think he has his best game so far, but not his best game that he's gonna have. I think he has better games to come. Texans at Vikings. As much as I wanted to, I can't take the Vikings. I got the Texans. I think it's closer than people would imagine, but the Texans are going to beat the Vikings.
I picked the Vikings.
Dude, that's insane. I'll be rooting for him. I'll be rooting for the Vikings.
Fuck the 49ers, dude.
I think the Texans they have so
What's
many
y'all's coach
weapons.
now? Is for Aiden O'Connell? No, that's the
No,
fucking
Kevin
Raiders.
O'Connell.
Kevin O'Connell. Dude, people sleep on him.
Yeah, and then
He has Sam Darnold, and I told you, Sam Darnold is this kind of quarterback Aiden O'Connell can turn into a stud. Is Jay Jetta's out or is he back?
I don't know, but Kevin O'Connell, by the way, he said Aiden again. But also,
the fucking mustache,
Brian
puked
Flores
fuck from the Raiders.
Brian Flores is cooking up some defenses. That's all I got to say.
He'd be a head coach if he didn't have an illegal meeting with Tom Brady. Literally.
Yeah. That is true. But you have the Vikings. That's
I have the
insane.
Vikings.
I obviously want the Vikings to win, but dude, like, especially if Jettas is out, we have no chance. Not no chance. If Jettas is playing, we have a chance. I have us only losing by a field goal. I think it'll be very close. I just don't. I can't. I can't. I can't let bias get in the way. Next up, Eagles at Saints. I have the Saints winning this game by about a field goal. It is a little bit of recency bias, but it's on both sides. The Saints have been balling the fuck out. I don't really think the win over the Panthers counts. It's like a free win. You're practically
That Cowboys win was impressive.
practically playing the JV team.
That's the
Going
most
into Dallas makes it more
most
impressive.
win of the year.
Yeah, going into Dallas, beating the Mike Zimmer Dallas defense, stopping the Cowboys offense. And not only that, they destroyed the Cowboys. A lot of people are saying this is the Saints' real test. I think they're going to go in. I think Jalen Hurts has a turnover problem, and he's going to be playing against a good defense, and he's going to turn the ball over, and the Saints are going to win this game. And it's going to be a high-scoring game, too. I have 57 total points being scored.
I like it. I got the Eagles. I think the magic potions worn off in New Orleans. Some weird lady.
Their new OC is
some weird lady at the edge of New Orleans who has her own little potion shop gave Derek Carr a little something. I'm only
you
saying.
see him grabbing his nuts?
Oh, that was sick. The Michael Jackson dance. He went like sick. But either way, there's just no fucking way.
If it was like the Niners, I wouldn't. But the Eagles they're
so wishy-washy.
Exactly. That's the perfect.
I'm just saying the Eagles are a good team though.
They are, but they have turnover problems, and the Saints have a really good defense. And dude, their new offensive coordinator, what's his fucking name? He has such a weird name that I can't remember it off the top of my head. But he's one of those, like, I think he's from San Francisco. I don't know if he was there last year though.
Clint Kubiak.
Yeah, Clint Kubiak or something. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. Was he in? Look up if he was with the Niners last year.
So he started off at A&M. He was the offensive quality control. Eventually went to Minnesota, offensive quality control. Kansas, wide receivers coach. He was the Vikings quarterback coach for a while.
Where was he last year?
2021. And last year was the passing game coordinator. He
For the
wasn't
Niners?
the offensive. Oh, no shit, because Kyle Shanahan calls plays.
But he was for the Niners?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and also this, you remember when the Niners played the Eagles last year? You remember that?
Niners?
When the Niners played the
Yeah.
Eagles? And do you remember what happened?
They got mollywopped.
Yeah, and now you got a Niners coach coaching the Saints offense. I think Saints OC, I'm not Kubiak or however you say it. I think he's a head coach next year.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, so far.
I think he's a head coach next year.
So far. Let's see.
Next up, Chargers at Steelers. This game's gonna be fucking boring. I have the Chargers winning 16-10. Game's gonna fucking suck. I had the Steelers originally, and then I was making my score, and I was like, honestly, I see the Chargers getting down the field easier than the Steelers. I think it's a defensive game, but I think the Chargers' offense is better.
Fuck do you want?
Chargers Steelers at Steelers.
Yeah, I got Chargers.
I think it's gonna be a shitty game.
Steelers undefeated season runs out. It's two undefeated teams that probably aren't going to be undefeated for very long.
Yeah, I like Harbaugh more than Tomlin.
What's crazy is in the NFL.
Harbaugh's a
had better
dog.
career. I love Harbaugh. You know me. I literally said like the Chargers can be better than what you think, and so far I've proved it.
No, they've been proving me wrong. Next up, Broncos at Buccaneers. This is an easy game to pick. The Broncos obviously win.
I know you're joking.
Buccaneers easily win. I think the Broncos defense has looked decent
I'm worried
enough.
it's going to be closer than what it should be.
It's not going to be a blowout. I have 24-13 as the final score. The thing is, if the Broncos had any better of a defense any better of an offense at all, I would have a fear that the
Bo Nix is
Broncos
going
would
to
win.
get booted.
No, Bo Nix sucks, so the Bucs get a free win. Like, it's that simple. Bucs are going to be 3-0.
We were 3-0 last year. Then we lost our third game, and our fourth game is the Ravens. So we're going to be 3-1 again this year probably. Of course, I got the Buccaneers Super Bowl champs. Chris Godwin, hold on.
Dude,
He might be Offensive Player of the Year.
He's been balling the fuck out. No, that wasn't a bad take.
Because I told you, Liam Cohen, our offensive coordinator, I think he was a part of this. He might have been quarterback, whatever that fuck was. He knows how to feed your slot guy the ball.
Oh, yeah. Next up, Packers at Titans. I have the Titans winning. This is going to be a Malik Willis revenge game.
I got the Titans, dude. That's hilarious.
This is going to be a Malik Willis revenge game, but Malik Willis got to win. I don't see it happening again, and I think the Titans have too good of a defense.
I think Will Levis finally plays a good game.
I don't think he does. I think the Titans have a pretty good defense, and I think the Titans do have a pretty good defense. And I know,
I agree they do. I think Will Levis is a mid quarterback, and mid quarterbacks are due. Will Levis had a bunch of 3-4 touchdown games last year.
I think he had like one, and it was his very first one. And then
True.
I think
the Dolphins game was really good.
I think it's because he got thrown into the offense. He didn't really know anything, so he was like, I'm just going to fucking sling it. But I think there's just no chance Malik Willis can get anything going against this Titans defense, in my opinion. And Will Levis.
If the center throws up on the ball again, who knows?
Yeah, that is true. Next up, Panthers at Raiders. This is the one where I went against my gut because Andy Dalton's starting, and I think he has a chance to win, but I went with the Raiders. Raiders win 23-17. Did you pick the Panthers? I can see it in your eyes.
Why would I pick the Panthers? They benched the quarterback who's better than C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, he's so much better than
I
C.J.
picked the
Stroud.
Raiders.
Don't be surprised if Andy Dalton wins in this game, though.
No, I wouldn't be surprised.
So I don't even think they're – I think the reason they're benching Bryce isn't because they're giving up on him. I think they want to see, is Bryce Young the problem or is the offense the problem? Because if we've seen Andy Dalton when he came out last year, they had one of their best offensive games. If they're actually able to move the sticks and push the ball down the field, they're going to realize, okay, yeah,
or not,
Bryce Young sucks.
Do you think it could be like a momentum type of deal? Be like, let's get Andy Dalton in there to slang it.
I think it's more they're trying to figure out where the problem's coming from.
Because Bryce Young's the starter of the Panthers no matter what next year.
I don't think so.
You think he has that bad a year they move on next year and draft one of these mid?
No, Bryce Young is genuinely okay. I'm gonna be honest. Seeing all
if they have the first pick, there's no quarterback in college football right now worth that first pick.
I don't know. We'll see. However, it makes me sad seeing all the hate Bryce Young is getting on like TV and everything. I don't like when like super famous TV people sit there and shit on NFL players. However, we're a fucking tiny ass show, and I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want. Bryce Young is gonna go down as one of the biggest busts ever. They traded Caleb Williams, Tyreek Stevenson, and Braxton Jones, I believe.
DJ Moore.
Well, I know, but I'm listing all the draft picks they made, and DJ Moore for this quarterback, and he's terrible. So I hope he does prove me wrong because he's a good guy, and it makes me sad seeing all the hate he's getting. But however, he's ass.
I stand for Bryce Young.
Fuck Bryce Young.
This hate.
I'm sorry, Bryce Young.
Wait, can we appreciate
White Power?
Cooper DeJean?
Did he even play? I thought he was out.
He went in.
He did go in. Next up, Dolphins at Seahawks. Skylar Thompson's going to be starting, so the Seahawks are going to go to 3-0, and they haven't even had to do anything hard yet.
I got the Seahawks too. Exact reason. Skylar Thompson is starting. I think Devon A-Chain has a monster game though, and I think Tyreek still does pretty decent.
Did you see they got Tyler Huntley?
I did see that. The AFC,
they won't start him this game.
AFC Pro Bowler?
Yeah, they won't start him this game. He has to on the offense, but once he gets thrown in there.
How crazy is that in the AFC you have Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, who am I missing? Josh Allen. Did I say Josh Allen? Joe Burrow?
I don't know. Yeah.
Lamar.
And he was
the
a
four best
Pro Bowler.
quarterbacks in the AFC, and he was a Pro Bowler quarterback.
And that was the year Derek Carr was from the Raiders, and Derek Carr also made the Pro Bowl.
Insane.
I think it was because multiple of the quarterbacks, though, like didn't give a shit.
COVID, probably.
Yeah. Next up, Lions at Cardinals. Cardinals, your run is over. The Lions win. I think I know that Lennon's going to have this pick different from me. You guys know I've been a big fan of the Cardinals. I picked them to beat the Rams. I just think the Lions have a better defense than the Rams do. I don't think Kyler's going to be able to do everything he was able to, and I think the Lions are going to bounce back after this loss from the Bucs. I think they're going to lock in.
I got the Cardinals. The Cardinals have looked legit, dude.
They have looked legit, and I only have them losing by a
really
field goal. I want to put that out there. This is probably going to be the best game of the week, in my opinion.
That 3 o'clock game will be great.
There's a couple good games on here, but I think Lions Cardinals is going to be the best game of the week.
So far, that game's going to be really good. 49ers Rams, of course, is going to be amazing.
I don't know. The Rams just have so many injuries. It's gonna be a free win.
Texas rookie Huntington, number 88. He's going to ball out. Bold prediction.
Who's going to ball out?
Number 88, he's the rookie for the Texans. A slot kind of guy. Rookie from Texas. I'm sorry, not for the Texans.
That's why I was confused.
He's like Whittington is something like his
Oh,
last
on
name.
LA?
On LA for the Rams? He's going to ball out.
Is he white?
No.
Then he's not getting the ball, unfortunately.
But
All right.
No, trust me, White. Watch, he'll do good.
Ravens at Cowboys. When I was originally making this pick, I was like, okay, this is the hardest game to pick because these are two good teams that have both looked like shit. And then I realized the Ravens were 0-2 and that there's 0% chance they start off 0-3. So I have the Ravens winning in a close kind of mid game.
That's the exact. I was like, "There's no way the Ravens lose 3 in a row."
Literally, I was thinking so hard. I was like, who do I like? I had no idea who to pick.
It's gonna be a great game. That could be the game.
I kind of think it's going to be kind of a boring game. I think it's going to be underwhelming.
I agree.
I have the final score 24-20 to Ravens.
I think it could be lower. I think it could be like 9-6.
Dude, in the car on the way to bowling, I told Zach, I was like, I think the Steelers are going to win like 13-0 over the Broncos last week. And I was pretty close. The final score was like 16-3 or something. Next up, 49ers at Rams. If the Rams were all healthy, I think it'd be closer, but I have the 49ers winning pretty prominently. I think they're going to bounce back, win like 30-20 over the Rams.
Bold prediction of the week.
Oh, God.
I got the Rams.
Well, that's a free win for me, so shout out, Lennon.
That was dumb. I forgot that Cooper Kupp. I think I did this before.
Cooper Kupp and Puka are both out, and
Nope. I got the Rams. I'm sticking with it.
and they have injuries on the O-line, on the deep. They have like a lot of injuries. Like,
and Debo's hurt.
they all
Brandon
matter.
Ayuk's mid. Sorry.
Brandon Ayuk's not mid. Jordan Mason's a dog, by the way. Were you watching the Niners game?
Jordan Mason's great.
No,
But,
he's
like,
a dog.
If he's in the Cowboys offense, is he?
No, dude, he's like genuinely like, I don't think I watched him get the ball and get less than 6 yards the whole game.
Is that the scheme or is that Jordan Mason?
So basically, you're calling Christian McCaffrey a system running back.
Okay. No.
No, I was just kidding. I don't think it's
about the step up Christian McCaffrey.
But I don't think it's the scheme because the Niners' offensive line isn't that good.
Yeah, we have talked about that before. No, I said the Rams for the Cooper Kupp pick, but I'm gonna stick with it. Whittington's gonna have a great game. He's gonna get like 100 yards, 10. He's gonna put like a 30 bomb in fantasy and get picked up by everybody. Bold prediction.
Hey, let's see it. Next up, I have Jags at Bills. I think the Bills beat the Jags by a large margin. I have the Bills dropping 38 on the Jags' head. Final score 38-27.
Monday Night Football. Hopefully, we'll be recording.
There's two. I hate when there's two Monday night games. By the way, I hate when they do that shit. Sorry, who do you have winning?
Bills.
Do you think they kind of put a or maybe I don't think you can say that on YouTube. Whatever, who cares?
We'll keep it in, but believe it. I think the Bills beat them, but I don't think it's like 2 possessions. I think it's like maybe 10-7.
I think I have an 11-point win.
I like that.
Last game of the week, Commanders at Bengals. The Bengals finally get their first win of the season. Have them winning 27-16 at home. They played pretty good against the Chiefs. I think they're starting to get things rolling. Jamar Chase, by the way, has looked like shit this year. Like, I know the Bengals normally don't look that good, but he's not even, like, getting the ball. Like, did you see him, like, yelling at the ref and Joe Burrow trying to pull him off?
And he still goes back.
And he went back and then got a 15-yard penalty.
Because of it.
Yeah. Shout out Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I got the Bengals, too. What's crazy is, now that I'm looking at it, the only games we really got different were my hot takes. So we might be
Let's
even
see. So, I might finally catch up. Yeah.
All right. We did our picks this week. Maddox has a segment this week that he wanted to do.
I do. So if you guys didn't tune into last week, we ranked all 32 NFL quarterbacks. And I don't remember the exact placement. I believe Lennon had Jared Goff at about 16, 17, 18. I want to say it was 18. And then at 17, this motherfucker had Sam Darnold. So I got a list of quarterbacks that I would like to ask you if you would rather have than Sam Darnold being your starting quarterback.
Then Jared Goff.
What did I say?
Sam Darnold.
I'm at Jared Goff. So we're going to start at the bottom of the barrel at quarterbacks that you most likely will say no to. And then we'll work our way
for a
up.
rebuild or is this for 1 year?
We'll say 1 year.
Okay.
So just talent, right? We got Bryce Young.
What team am I on? Am I on the Lions? Am I the Lions coach and I get a chance to trade for a player?
We'll say we're the Lions. You just let's say there's nobody there. It's Jared Goff, but you have the opportunity to have this guy. Would you rather have this guy or Jared Goff?
I'll keep Jared Goff because we're on the
Okay, no. Imagine it's the 49ers.
Lions. I'm taking Bryce Young.
You're taking Bryce Young, the guy who has 2 NFL wins ever.
He's on a shitty team.
Bo Nix. Will Levis.
Jared Goff.
Gardner Minshew. Dude, don't fucking... These are supposed to be the easy ones.
Jared Goff.
Jacoby Brissett.
Jared Goff.
All right. This is where it's going to start getting a little questionable. Caleb Williams.
Caleb.
Keep in mind, this is for 1 year. This isn't for longevity.
Yeah,
Jaden Daniels.
Jane Daniels.
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. Dude, Jared Goff is okay, hold on. Can you at least admit this? He is the system quarterback.
He's not the system quarterback.
He's more of a system quarterback than Tua.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Tua is dog
Easily.
shit. I would take Sam, or I would take.
If you put Tua on the Lions, they're better. If you put
Fuck no!
If you put Jared Goff on the Dolphins, they're worse.
No!
Yes,
That is the
absolutely.
stupidest thing I've
think-
ever heard.
I think more people back
Jared
up with
Goff
me.
throws so many less interceptions. Tua is a turnover machine. God, okay, whatever. Fuck. Oh
No,
my God, that
I'm
made me
right.
so mad.
I'm right.
Holy
I
shit.
think more people agree with
He
me.
is slightly a product of the system he is in. But there are very few quarterbacks that you could put in that Lions offense that will do
I
better.
think if you look up mid quarterback in the Urban Dictionary, I think Jared Goff's name comes up.
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. He has the option to run the ball. That's kind of cheats though, because he can run the ball really
But he
great.
can't throw the ball very well.
Throw the ball as good.
Okay,
as
so would you? So wait, hang on. So
he
would
can throw the ball as good as Jared Goff.
fuck no. Okay, would you? You at this point, you may as well rather have Derrick Henry as your fucking quarterback than Jared Goff because he can run the ball, right?
Better career completion percentage.
Holy shit. Yeah, whatever. Russell Wilson.
Jared Goff.
Okay, there we go. Derek Carr.
This is so funny. I'm a hater of both these guys, but Jared Goff.
It's funny because I originally had Derek Carr here because he's kind of ass, but he's been
balling.
Geno Smith.
Jared Goff.
Okay. Anthony Richardson.
After last week, Jared Goff. Before
Yeah.
last week, I'd probably say AR.
All right. Tua.
Yeah, to him.
Just so retarded.
I think I'm more common. Like, if you ask the average person, I'm more right on that.
Fuck no. People love Jared Goff.
Yeah, in Detroit, that's about it.
Kyler Murray.
Oh, easily. I think you
That's
think
fair.
Kyler too.
I know. I have a few in here that I would also take, but Kirk Cousins.
Jared Goff.
I'd say so too. Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, I think you think Trevor Lawrence too. I think Trevor Lawrence easy. It's not even a
I
competition.
think Trevor Lawrence is.
The Lions easily win the Super Bowl. With
I
Jared
think
Goff.
Trevor Lawrence is easily.
Trevor Lawrence last year on the Lions, they won the Super Bowl, no question.
I think Trevor Lawrence is easily top 3 most overrated players in the league.
That's crazy. I don't know who else would be up there.
He's not a game changer. Like,
Who else
to
would
be
be
a
up
top
there?
quarterback, you have to be a game changer.
Who else would be up there for?
Hang on, I got 2 more quarterbacks for you. There's one I shouldn't even fucking say. Baker Mayfield.
Okay, before last week, I would have thought about it. Last week proved Baker Mayfield.
Last week didn't
So
do
I
shit.
I think the average person can't say Jared Goff anymore.
Now here's one that I think I would rather have Jared Goff, but we'll see what you think. Dak Prescott.
This one's interesting. So I want to let's think out loud about this one since this is the last one. Playoff success, easily Jared Goff.
Mm-hmm.
Regular season success, easily Dak Prescott.
Pretty close. Actually, not that close because Dak's good every season.
Yeah, Dak's good Dak has never had a bad season.
But Dak's also never had a bad team.
Has Jared Goff had a bad team besides his first
He's
year with
definitely
the Lions?
He's definitely had a bad team. Yeah, in that first team year with the Lions, what do you go like 8-9?
Exactly. So was that team that bad? or
If
was
Dak's
Jared
on
Goff
that
doing
team,
bad?
they don't go 8-9. That's my
I think I
opinion.
might take Dak. And I'm not the biggest Dak fan, but I think I do take Dak.
I'd rather have Jared Goff, and I don't know if that's because I hit the Cowboys a lot.
I think Dak's a better leader, though.
But
I feel like Jared Goff is like,
I don't think he's much of a leader either.
I don't think he's much of a leader.
That's a good point.
And I want my quarterback, Baker Mayfield, is the ultimate leader.
God, you suck Baker's dick a lot.
Are we going to get into the top 10 ranking? Let me see what time we're at.
All right, so the top 10 power rankings for me was really hard because it's hard to factor in so much of how good is this team and how have they performed through the 2 weeks of the NFL.
If they had, like, man, if you're 0-2, you're probably not on my list.
I know I don't have the Ravens on my list, because the Ravens on paper
So
are one of the
honorable
best
mention-
teams
If
in
you
the
had to
league.
give 2 honorable mentions, who would you give it to?
I'd say the Ravens and like
Mine are the Ravens and the Seahawks.
Mine are the
Ravens are
Ravens.
going to be good. Seahawks are 2-0. Respect it.
no, the
But I'm saying you're
Seahawks.
2-0.
But I
respect
can't.
it.
No, regardless, they're not my. I'd probably put the Cardinals in my honorable mention before the Seahawks. The Seahawks have 2 free wins and they're about to get a 3rd one. Like, you know what I mean? The Cardinals beat a pretty good team and they beat them bad.
I'll get my number 10 first.
All right, go ahead.
Number 10, I got the Lions.
Okay, at least you give a little bit of respect.
They showed a lot of. I think they got beat by a better team,
Okay, I think that's fair. I think the Lions.
and
I'm sorry,
I
the
think
Bucs.
they showed some of their flaws. in that game last week. And I think Jared Goff, sometimes he's not going to win you a game.
I think that's fair. I would say the same about Baker Mayfield, though. Number 10, I got the Vikings. They have started off 2-0, but there's some teams above here. I can't really see I might be able to flip them with 9.
The Vikings so low.
I think I could flip them with number 9, maybe. But I have the Vikings at 10.
Low. Number 9.
Oh, you want my number 9? Yeah. Number 9, I have the Steelers.
That's crazy.
This is the only one I could switch with see myself switching with the Vikings, but the Steelers are 2-0, even with Fields. Fields has been playing bad, but it's just mid-quarterback play. They're still great. They have the best defense in the league, probably. It's insane.
It's insane. They can. It's like
they don't even need to go on offense if they don't.
It's kind of like there's one team, bro, who hasn't allowed a touchdown all year. And the Vikings, the Steelers have allowed 1 touchdown.
Who haven't allowed a touchdown on them?
The Steelers have allowed 1 touchdown on them all year so far.
Damn. Yeah, that's crazy.
Crazy.
That is insane through 2 weeks.
And then at number 8, I got the 49ers.
Damn, you have them low. I know they're 1-1, but you have them low.
They're 1-1. They're 1-1. They had a really shitty week last week. They'll probably shoot up. But I'm saying for right now, teams how they look, I got the 49ers.
Number 8, I have the Lions. 1-1, but I still think they're going to be one of the better teams in the league.
All right, give me number 7.
Number 7, a team that I would have never imagined to see this list. It almost feels weird putting them here. I have the New Orleans Saints at number 7.
You're the Saints low.
Dude, I think you have. I think you're recent. I tried not to let recency bias completely take over.
I'm letting recency. It's power rankings. I'm kind of thinking as college football, kind of.
Oh, I was thinking more of just the best teams in the league through these 2 weeks, but also trying to factor in just how good the team is.
I factor in who be who as well, but I'm saying you're 2-0.
I tried to factor in
the
who
only
be who.
not 2-0 team on my list is the Seahawks because they beat nobody.
I think that might be the only 2-0 team not on my list, but I'm not sure. Who's your number 7?
The Texans.
You have the Texans at 7?
They're a little lower because they barely beat the Bears and they barely beat the Colts.
The Bears have a good defense.
No, I know, but they
and the Colts is a divisional.
Every
game.
person above them has had really good wins, I think.
I don't think it's about how you win. I think it's about if you win.
And at number 6, I got the Chargers.
Oh, you go ahead.
They beat the Raiders, and then who they beat the first week?
No, they beat the Raiders the first week, and then they beat the Panthers last week.
And I think George Harbaugh is a little bit better of a coach than D'Amico Ryans. I think that was my reasoning.
Number 6, I have the Buccaneers.
That's way too low.
Started off 2-0, looking pretty good.
That's way too
Except
low.
I think all the teams above them are better. It's just that simple.
Too low.
And with that being said, I
don't know who you have above them, so let me see.
I have the Chargers at number 5. I was pretty low.
That's ridiculous.
No, I was pretty low on the Chargers going into the year.
The Chargers are not a better team than the Buccaneers at all.
They're a better coach team.
No, we mollywhopped the Chargers. We fucking Baker Mayfield hits.
Y'all haven't played the Chargers.
We would fuck them up.
No, y'all wouldn't. Y'all wouldn't be able to stop the run against the Chargers. I know I said the same thing about the Lions, but y'all wouldn't, simply. Y'all would get no pressure. I don't know if you've noticed, by the way, Joe Alt should be Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's not going to win it because he's a lineman. Y'all would get 0 pressure on Herbert.
If Kalijah Kancey and Vita Vea are back, yes.
No, you would get no pressure.
They don't have it. Their interior line's kind of weak.
Not really. Or their center did retire, didn't he?
Yeah, Corey Lindsey.
He retired. But no, they have one of the best O-lines in the league. 2 good tackles. Interior's not great, but it's pretty.
What team did you say? The 6?
Bucks.
And then 5, you said
5
Chargers?
is the Chargers. And I know the win over the
That's
Panthers. The win over the
crazy.
Panthers shouldn't count much, but it's Harbaugh, and they're surprising me, and they're slowly creeping up. And I think Herbert being in a run-heavy offense makes him better.
Yeah, you're crazy. At number 5, I got the Vikings.
That's crazy. They have looked legit.
They've looked legit.
I think it's just.
I think my top 5 is the top 5 teams in the league right now, easily.
Dude, I'm a Vikings fan, and we've looked good. I just can't put them above a lot of these teams. I had them at number 10, maybe number 9, but I don't see it.
Number 4?
Number 4, I have the 49ers. Although they're 1-1, they don't even have Christian McCaffrey.
They made the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, made the Super Bowl last year. They're missing the best running back in the league. We will see the Niners in the playoffs, and that's just why they get to be this high, because regardless of your record, they're the 49ers.
We just did our list differently. I got the Saints at number 4.
Damn, I respect. The Saints look
The Saints look good.
They look like the best team in the league right now.
They're above the Vikings because they've had bigger wins.
No, 100%.
They're above the Chargers, bigger wins, Texans, bigger wins, 49ers.
So I had the Saints above the Lions because they're 2-0, and I had them above the Steelers and the Vikings because bigger wins. The only reason I had the Bucks, I originally had the Saints above the Bucks, But the Bucks beat two pretty decent teams. They beat the Commanders, and then last week they beat the Lions, who are on this list. The Saints haven't beat a team that are on this list. So that's why the Bucks got to be higher. I already said number 4. I said 49ers. Number 3, team you had way too low, the Houston Texans. They have so many fucking weapons.
The Bears scared me a little bit.
They just have a good defense. That's just football.
I know, but the Bears looked great week 1. Or sorry, the Texans looked great week 1. The Texans.
Joe Mixon got hurt too. They didn't have their running back.
True, but they didn't look great.
They didn't look great, but it was against a good defense, and they still got close enough to get field goals multiple times. I think it was a good win. I think the Texans are, a top 3 team in the league according to this list. Here's your number 3. Oh. Here's your number 3.
I got the Chiefs. Is that low for you? So is your 2-1 Chiefs Bills?
You have the Chiefs at 3?
I have the Chiefs at 3. Really close game against the Ravens.
Oh, it's because you have the fucking Bucks up there. Okay, now I know why. Whatever. Explain your Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Fuck you.
No, I get it now.
The Chiefs had a closer game than the Bills. So that's
Chiefs
why.
played 2 playoff teams.
The Bills, I think, have played 2 playoff teams.
Cardinals didn't make playoffs last year,
No, I think the Cardinals won't make the playoffs this year at this rate.
and the Dolphins are ass.
Dolphins are still probably a playoff team with healthy Tua. Number 2 for you?
The Bills. Number 2, I have the Bills. No, I want to get more into that. The Chiefs, the Ravens were in the AFC Championship last year, so of course they barely beat them. The only reason the Bengals weren't in the AFC Championship last year is because Joe Burrow got hurt. Last year, Cardinals were nowhere near making the playoffs, and as good as they're going to play this year, they still might not make it.
I have the Bills at number 2 too, but you're arguing that I have the Bills above the Chiefs?
Yes. Your reasoning doesn't make any sense because their margin of win was smaller, but the Chiefs played 2 of the best teams in the AFC. The Ravens made the AFC Championship, and you have Joe Burrow as the second best quarterback in the league.
Yeah. My more argument is right now Josh Allen's MVP. Obviously, it's Baker Mayfield.
Derek Carr.
It's Derek Carr and Baker Mayfield, but
Or Sam Darnold. No, but
But you know what I'm
see your
saying?
point,
Right
yeah.
now, Josh Allen.
Josh
is
Allen's
MVP.
him. But
So
Mahomes
that's
is
why-
also him.
I agree. They're both him. Who's gonna win the playoffs? Come on. Of
Mahomes.
course, it's the Chiefs.
I just can't believe you don't have the Chiefs at 1.
I'm
Like
saying
that just
if
doesn't make any
I'm
sense.
the fucking commissioner in the NFL and I have to rank teams, this is how I'm ranking them.
Okay, so
Sorry.
number 2, I have the Bills. Give your number 2. I want to give my number 1 before yours because I'll have something to say. Number 2, I have the Bills.
I have the Bills too.
Okay. Number 1, I obviously have the Chiefs. Because I'm not a biased NFL fan and I don't let my feelings get
Is
in
there
the way.
argument that they came off the Super Bowl and they're still undefeated?
Yeah, and because I know what your number 1 team is that have
You don't know what my number 1 team is.
Yes, I do. The team that beat
It's
the
not who you
Command.
think it is.
Is it actually not who I think it is?
That's not who you think it is.
Who is it?
It's the Panthers. Nah,
So it's the Buccaneers. So it's a team that beat a Commanders team with a rookie quarterback and a new head coach and barely squeaked out a win against the Lions, which actually was pretty impressive. But putting them above the
We
Chiefs.
did not barely squeak this shit out.
How much did y'all win by? Like a touchdown?
Dude, but
That's not barely. That's literally the definition of barely
we
squeaking
did
it
not
out.
have the
It was a
lead-
close game the
no,
whole time.
We didn't have the lead for 1 possession. That is a dominant win against a team that
That's
made it
not a
farthest.
dominant win.
A team that beat us in the playoffs and they had they had a lead over us in 1 possession and that's it. We shut down.
That's not a dominant win.
That is a dominant win.
No, it's not. And
Of course.
the Chiefs beat 2 of the best teams in the league, and you have the Buccaneers above them. That is
The
biased.
Buccaneers are number
That
1.
is biased.
No, it's not.
That
I
is
think The Buccaneers
biased.
are easily the number 1 team in the league.
Because you're
Easily.
biased.
Easily.
Because you are biased.
easily.
BIASED biased.
All right, let's check fantasy rankings. Who's the number 1?
Fuck
quarterback?
fantasy. That doesn't
Fantasy
matter.
rankings.
That doesn't
Hold
matter. Your voice just cracked so bad. That does not matter.
Baker Mayfield's the number 1 quarterback fantasy. Chris Godwin, I think, is top.
He's the number 1 receiver. I don't think Baker's the number 1 quarterback though. I think it's like
Baker is the number 1 quarterback.
it's either like Josh Allen or Derek Carr or something.
Let me
Maybe it is
prove this.
Baker, and
Let
I
me
think Chris
prove
Godwin's
this.
up there too. By the way,
I want to check where Chris
hang
Baker
on,
is.
by the
now.
way, Rashad White sucks.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's Rashad White. Do our
No, but what that rookie running back y'all drafted that's been getting snaps?
Bucky Irving?
Dude,
You like him more?
he's when he gets the ball, he does better than Rashad White. I don't think I can blame the O-line anymore. It is Baker.
Baker's number 1.
Fair enough.
Let me check Chris Godwin because I think Chris.
No,
Godwin
I think
could
he
be
is number 1 because I was trying to trade for him today.
So maybe I am offensive player.
But Matt wouldn't give him to me. He declined.
But he
me.
gave me Tyreek. Yeah, Chris Godwin's number 1.
But okay, let's not act like fantasy fucking matters. The Dolphins were number 1 in like every single thing last year, made it to a playoff game, and got destroyed after losing like 5 of their last 6 games to finish the year. Fantasy does not matter. We both know that.
The Buccaneers look legit. Tell me what's wrong.
They do look legit. They're not better. There's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with them.
Why aren't the Bucs number 1? What flaw had they
Because the Chiefs are number 1. That's literally the only reason I need to
had
give.
a worse turnover problem. Fact.
Against better teams.
And a worse defense.
Against better teams.
The Lions, I think, are better than the Ravens.
No, they're not.
Pretty equal.
Lions made it.
Actually, that's pretty equal.
Okay, yeah, we can call it equal. The Bengals are better than both of the teams that the Bucs have played.
Fuck! I had the Bengals being the commies, so you win my argument.
Yeah.
Let me take a piss and you can roast me or whatever.
I think you could put the Vikings above the Bucs. Now I think about it, I had the Vikings at 10.
Yeah, I'm more high on your team than you are on your team.
Yeah, because I'm not biased like you.
Or maybe you're just not a legit fan.
Who the Vikings beat week 1? The Giants. That's not a very good win. But we beat the Niners,
I think it's
who were
kinda
in the
equal.
Super Bowl last year.
Kind of equal.
Yeah.
I think the commies a little bit
Chiefs
better
and
than the
Bills
Giants.
should both be above the Bucs. That's all I gotta say.
Fuck no.
And I don't get how you have the Bills above the Chiefs, if I'm being honest.
I know that probably pisses you off more because, of course, the Bucs are higher. But I just think the only argument is Josh Allen looks like the best player in football.
But we're talking about teams, not players. Derek Carr looks like one of the fucking best players in football. He's not number 1.
No, but he's not Josh Allen.
He's playing like it.
No, he's just slaying that ball over. Once they figure out how to put a high top safety,
I don't
the
think it'll
Saints.
matter. I think the Saints will actually be good this year.
I don't think that
Saints might be coming for the division.
I
I had the Falcons winning the division at the beginning of the year. It's gonna be between the Saints and the Bucs.
of course that first week we play week 5. Whoever wins that game wins division probably.
I agree. I don't know. That's that.
We have one more segment.
We have another segment.
10 teams, as many words possible as we can get. So I have NFL teams now.
And
I'm gonna give you
it's the
one
same thing
word.
as before.
Yep, one word. And you got to get it as fast as possible.
As fast as possible.
Not as
Or
fast.
as
but
in little words as
yes.
possible. All right, bet.
1.
Big or Bucks.
Yep.
God, this fucking guy.
10.
Vikings.
Yep.
All right, that's kind of cheating.
We might need to bleep this out of the podcast, but this will help you get it.
Cowboys.
There we go.
Fuck the Cowboys.
Super.
Chiefs. He's bouncing off my booty cheeks.
That's what I was gonna say. Gay for Cowboys. That
I probably would have gotten it.
Black.
Ravens.
Beat. Think about the 2
Raiders.
Yep.
Let's go.
Racist.
You said this earlier, and it didn't help. Racist. The Niners.
Indian.
Redskins.
Yep.
Racist.
Perk.
Jets. This is light work.
Blowjob. 2 words.
Blowjob. Oh, the Titans.
Yep.
I'm about to come.
18s. 8 teams. 18s? 18? Legal age.
Or 8 teens.
Still legal.
No, 8 like 14, 15-year-olds.
Yeah,
But there's 8 of them.
True. What is better? Comment down below. 1 out of 100%, Baker Mayfield wins MVP. What do you got?
I'll give him like 40.
Really?
Maybe a little lower, maybe like 30. But that's still pretty good odds. Because I would say Josh Allen is probably going to win it.
I think Josh Allen.
Mahomes has a chance to win it.
So MVP, Josh Allen. Depoy,
TJ Watt.
This player of the year, I'm still sticking with Chris Godwin's.
I think I'm still going to stick with Saquon. He didn't have a crazy game last week, but I'm still going to stick with him.
If Chris Godwin's,
If he plays how he's been playing every week, Chris Godwin will win it.
and he's in the slot. And
Jettas
it's so
could
cool.
win it too. Jettas had a 97
When you see
yard
the
touch.
guy who's guarding Chris Godwin and blitzing, Baker, he literally looks at Baker and goes like this, and Baker just throws it to him right away, which
Yeah.
is like a hot route. That's so genius. It's going to be interesting.
Yep, no, he has a chance. And then offensive rookie of the year, it should be Joe All. I'm not going to lie. Joe All has been. Did you know when he played the Raiders, he didn't
Yep.
allow a single pressure?
Yeah,
From Max Crosby.
Yeah, he didn't. Insane.
Like, absolutely insane work. I don't really know what he did against. He probably did just as good against the Panthers because who's he blocking? Jadeveon Clowney? Like, But no, Joe
How
Alt's a
sad is
stud.
it that Bryce Young got benched?
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. So, I'm not surprised.
I am.
Do you remember last year when Andy Dalton had to play a game because Bryce Young was hurt?
Yeah, it's a concussion.
Yeah. Sam Darnold. Can I stop saying the fucking wrong names? Andy Dalton came out and their offense looked 100 times better.
They are both number 14.
They looked 100 times better. They were actually moving the ball down the field, and I think it's going to be the same case. I honestly see a world where we don't see Bryce Young play again this year. I don't think the point is to find their new starter. I think the point is to find the root of the problem, but I think it's going to be pretty fucking clear what the root of I literally, Lennon, I shit you not, was this close to picking the Panthers to win this game. Like, my gut was telling me to, and now that I'm saying this, the Panthers are going to win.
It's to tell, like, be like, is Bryce Young? I think it is to get a fire, because he doesn't look like he cares. And you could agree with that.
Bryce Young?
Yeah.
I don't think it's that he doesn't care. I think he's just, like, pissed off at this point that he can't. He's trying his best, but he can't. Like, you can tell he's trying his best. He just isn't good.
That sucks.
It's like if
that's not the case.
It's like if you
Baker Mayfield was stuck on the Panthers. What about? Hold on.
I've been seeing some shit.
Who
about
are the
this.
last two quarterbacks to play for the Panthers?
Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield. I've been seeing a lot of shit about that too. Maybe it's just the Panthers.
Maybe it is.
I hope it is, because it does make me sad seeing Bryce Young like trying his best and just not being enough. Like, I never wish anything like that on any player as much as
you
like,
only wish it because you predicted it.
I still don't wish it. Like, I want him to prove me wrong, but it's just like when I see it, like he's just not
played
good.
so bad these 2
He's
weeks.
just not good. Like,
But there's no like when you think Baker Mayfield steps into that Panthers team. Baker Mayfield's good with Cleveland. You know Baker.
but Baker Mayfield looked better than Bryce Young did. He looked bad, but
True.
like
Dude,
I
these
can't think of the
flies are
last.
so fucking
I
hard.
can't think of the last 2 weeks that have looked as bad as Bryce Young played. I think there's almost any other backup.
Annie, come here. Come here. Come here, my queen. That was too far. Babe, hurry. Come here. Dude, babe, come here real quick. Okay. Just hold on real quick on camera. We did our top 10 power rankings. Come to my camera. Say who is the best team in the NFL, you think? Who has the most best chance of winning
Who
the
is
Super
the
Bowl?
actual best
Who
team
is the number one team in the NFL?
in the NFL?
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ah! She's PR trained.
Well, you ready to wrap this shit up? You got anything else you want to say?
Baker Mayfield MVP. Chris Godwin Offensive Player of the Year.
You think they're both gonna win it?
Dude, that'd be insane.
That would be pretty cool.
According to some Madden, who knows? Anything else you got to say when we go to wrap it up for the week?
When the Panthers win this week with Andy Dalton, I'm gonna hate myself for switching up because I still kind of think about. I'm gonna keep my picks as what I said, but I kind of think Bryce Young might not see the field again this year.
But also, too, we can wrap it up on this. So I'm up by 2 wins. Do you think my 2 dumb ones, the Giants, do you think you break even this week?
Yeah, I think I come out up this week because I think the Eagles are also gonna win. I think the Eagles are also gonna lose. And then what was your other dumb one you picked? Oh, the Rams.
Rams, yes.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna come up.
So you're going to be up
I'm
1
gonna be
after
up.
this week.
I think I'm
is
gonna be
your
up this
prediction?
week. Yep.
I'm going to be up 3 this week. I think I'm going to win 1 every week. I think I'm going to be up 17 by the end of the year.
Nope. You're gonna be in a maid dress by the end of the year. That's for damn sure.
I would look hot in it. All right, guys. Y'all comment down below who you got win the Super Bowl. Comment down y'all's power rankings. If you say it, we will shout you out on the podcast. Free sponsorship. Shout your shit out. Doesn't matter.
We want to hear your craziest take, like something like that. Bryce Young is gonna have a better this season than C.J. Stroud. Something like that. I don't know who would ever say that. In their right mind, they must have been on like LSD or something, but something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, comment down below. Subscribe. We're on the road. We're going to hit 100 subscribers before the NFL's year is over, guaranteed. By the end of the NFL year, who knows? Who knows what the fuck we're at?
Millie?
Millie?
A millie.
Can something